Good, happy Friday evening, everyone. It is 7 p.m. You know what that means. It is our Friday Night Football Kickoff Special right here on the Riley King Network. We have a jam-packed show for all of you for this Friday evening for the Friday Night Kickoff Special. So let's get started with the show in program right now. The 2022 High School Football Jamboree at Gill Stadium in Manchester, New Hampshire. The schedule is Salem versus Goffstown. That was at 5 p.m. Bishop Girton versus Bishop Girton versus Trinity. That was at 6 p.m. And happening right now, Bedford versus Memorial. Let's take a look. I believe we're going to take a look right now, and sorry, we are not going to take a look at that game right now for all of you. Let's talk about the Timberland Wolves and Londonderry. Let's talk about that team right now. Londonderry Lancers. Because last year they had a successful season last year. Let's take a look right now and listen in.
Pass when that happened, but we're really not trying to look behind us. We're not looking too far in front of us. We're really just trying to stay focused on today.
There's definitely more pressure than last year. We definitely got the biggest target on our back this year, which I love embracing that. Instead of running away from the challenge, we want the challenge. We're just excited. We're excited. We're ready to get after it.
I feel very lucky to play for Londonderry's program. I feel like we have one of the best coaching staffs in the state. They put like a lot of their own life and time being here for us.
In Division II, the Timberlane Owls completed a perfect 12-0 season last year and captured their first championship in 20 years. But now the Owls turn their attention to Division I. They're moving up this season to take on the best competition in the state. They're returning 8 starters on offense, 6 on defense. The leadership is there to win games in D1.
We have a veteran group. We like our guys a lot. Our guys are, less concerned about the schedule that we're playing as they are just showing up. Football started on August 12th, so they came out. They work hard for us every day. So we're excited to go.
Very confident in our ability to win games. We have a lot of returning guys, and we're very experienced, and I'm excited.
People are going to want to take down Division II champion Timberlane, but I think the guys are just ready to take on that challenge and just work for some wins.
Also moving up divisions this year is the reigning Division III champs, the Pelham Pythons. They dominated in 2021. It was a perfect 10-0 season, capped off by winning their second straight title. They scored an average of 49 points a game and allowed an average of just 5 points a game. But they have a new challenge this season, moving up to Division II.
It's going to be a very difficult schedule, so we just have to take one game at a time and play as hard as we can and have the chips fall where they may.
I'm not really feeling any added pressure, but obviously we've got a big target on our backs. People are trying to see if we're good competitors because we're coming down from a championship.
I'm feeling good so far. We've had good practices. We're doing good so far. We have a lot of returning starters, so I'm liking how we're looking right now.
Obviously, we want to make the championship and win, but we're going to take it one game at a time this season, starting with West Week 1.
And in Division IV, we say hello to the Somersworth Hilltoppers. They won the D4 championship last season, their first title in 24 years. But now the big question for this year, can the Hilltoppers repeat? Because they won, the coach says that's all the more reason to not get complacent.
The challenge we have is with a little bit of success is not let that go to our heads, and I think this team's done a good job of using that as a motivation to have them work even harder and show that it's not a fluke. They still have something to prove.
We know every team has us circled, so it's definitely kind of, the only thing harder than doing it once is going back to back, but, that doesn't deter us at all. We love the challenge. We embrace it.
The pressure's cool. I feel some of the pressure, but, I feel like that's what makes me better, I'd love to have all that pressure on us and us to overcome it. I 100% feel like we're going to overcome that pressure.
All right, let's talk about the changes for this season, starting with the new names taking over the sidelines for 2022. In Division I, Nashua North will be led by Chad Zibilis. A couple new coaches in Division II start with Scott Stearns at Kennett and Herb Hatch at Lebanon. Division III is where we see a lot of turnover. 10 teams, and 5 of them are going to have a new coach. Josh Duford takes over at Stevens for Paul Silva, who is still around the program. Silva will step back into his old defensive coordinator position. Ron Ross is the new head coach for Epping Newmarket. That program is new to D3. Also new to D3 is Kingswood. This program will be led by Tom McCullough. At Conval, you got Matthew Harris and David Yazzie at Kearsarge. We were chatting with Stevens defensive coordinator Paul Silva, who says he's been in the division for a long time, and there are some very good teams and coaches that will have them prepared each week. So it'll be a lot of fun seeing how that division plays out. And finally, in Division 4, new leadership at Bishop Brady. Brendan Johnson is replacing Tony Johnson, who retired after last season. No relation between the two. With the addition of Timberlane, there are now 21 teams in Division I. Some changes were made to the playoff structure this offseason, adding a 4th week to the playoffs and more chances for teams to get in. This was how the Division I championship ended last season, Londonderry taking the title over Winnicunnet. This year, more teams will be in the playoffs vying for the crown. In the past, 8 made the playoffs, but this year, it'll be 13, and some will get a bye.
Some teams will only play 8 games, so we figured by increasing our playoff structure to 13 teams rather than only 8, that's going to allow the 8 teams that don't make playoffs to match up with each other on that first weekend of playoffs to get in a 9th game.
Nashua Athletics Director Lisa Gingras says there will be 3 conference champions, each of them getting that first round bye. Seeds 4 through 13 will play a preliminary round and advance from there. The other big change, the championship will be played on the Saturday right after Thanksgiving, Saturday, November 26th. This only applies to Division I.
Previously, sometimes with only 8 teams in, some teams felt that after the first couple of weeks or after the first couple of losses that they were out of the playoffs. So by opening up the field, 13 teams are going to get in. It makes the games towards the middle to the end of the season a little bit more meaningful, that there's still a shot to make that playoff.
So big changes there to how the playoffs are going to look. And for some perspective on that, let's go back out live now to Jonathan Marshall. He is standing by with one of the coaches in D1. Jonathan?
Yeah, Mike, live with Coach Steve Abraham, head coach of the Salem Blue Devils. And, Coach, first off, I got to ask you about that game against Goffstown. You got to be impressed, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the kids. They come out and they competed today. So what we asked them to do is just be aggressive and physical. I mean, that's football. The mistakes we made is expected, and we're really young. So we have like 6 sophomores starting right now. So that's stuff we can fix. But I'm very happy with their compete and their effort.
You talked about you guys are very young. What are some names that we can watch out for, some guys that you expect to lead the way on the field?
Danny Hughes, middle linebacker, sophomore. Kevin Tedisco. Justice Casado on offense. He scored tonight. David Jakes right behind me over here. He's our lead back. Our quarterback, Nolan Lumley's a junior. I'm pretty happy with our guys up front. Luke Mazeka, Josh Mangin, Trevor DeReese. They're pretty stout.
You guys made the state semis last year. What can you guys take from that experience?
Well, it'd be nice to get by the state semi for the first time. We've been there 5 straight years. So I think what it does is it makes us hungry. It also gives the kids buy-in to our program. I mean, I'm not easy, right? So I work them pretty hard, but I get the best job in high school football in my mind. So those kids are great, do a lot of work for us.
We just ran a story about the playoff format and how much it's changed. What are your thoughts? What changed? What are the biggest changes you expect this season?
Yeah, I mean, you get an extra week of football this year, so that's number one. I like the idea that for us, we still get to play Pinkerton and Londonderry, but the idea, like, anybody can be a champion. Like, we could play Londonderry someday, maybe in the championship or Pinkerton. Even those rivalries can happen where they couldn't before. So I think it's great, and maybe they'll move the championship to Thanksgiving instead of the Saturday after Thanksgiving. That's my hope.
How's your schedule looking? How are things playing out in as far as your division in particular?
We have a tough schedule. I mean, we open up here with Central, and we go right into Bedford, Exeter. You know, again, we always play Pinkerton, Londonderry, Wyndham. We're playing Wachusett from Massachusetts, so it gets harder every week. But our our guys are going to compete.
How do you guys get yourselves ready from tonight? What do you take from tonight to get ready for next week, week 1?
Well, number one, I told them it's only a half, so we got to get in better shape. But no, you know what? They want to get better, so we just got to get better at our basic football technique, block better, tackle better, and go and have fun too. That's the most important part.
All right, Steve Abraham, coach of the Salem Blue Devils. Thanks a lot. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
All right, Mike, back to you in the studio.
All right, Jonathan, thank you very much, and our thanks to Coach Abraham as well. Coming up, we'll tell you about some of the players to watch and show you how they've been getting ready for the season. Plus, the kickoff to New Hampshire Tackles Hunger campaign, how high school teams will help pantries in their communities this season. And the Patriots are also hitting the field tonight for their final preseason game, live right here on WMUR. We'll have a preview coming up.
Okay, welcome back to our Friday night football kickoff special right here on the Riley King Network. Let's check in with the game at the Jamboree in Queen City. Bo Dixon Queen City Jamboree right now.
For sure this year in game number 2, Bishop Girton and Trinity. Bishop Girton with a W as well. The Cardinals looking really good on offense. Matthew Sanasuaso still showing why he's one of the best QBs in the state. As you see this game kick off right here between Bedford and Memorial. Nice kickoff, nice tackle right there. Mike, a lot to get to, I know, in this block. We're going to send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Jonathan, we always love that live action right there. Thanks very much. Let's talk about some of the players expected to shine this season as they hope to lead their teams to playoff glory. We start in Derry, where a pair of best friends have already tasted a high school championship in another sport.
The Pinkerton Astros are trying to avenge a first-round exit in the playoffs last year. Two of the seniors, hoping to do just that, chose to come to Pinkerton together, following their passion for sports.
I came from Pelham, he came from Wyndham, not ascending town, so coming in here knowing somebody, that definitely helped a lot.
Jacob Albert, a running back and cornerback, is expecting big things in 2022.
I feel like we have a lot of depth in places from younger guys that are stepping up, and we got a smart crew too.
With the first week of practice, usually you can't implement a lot of plays, and we were just going right at it, right? We were throwing a ton of stuff in right away, and our guys got the plays right away, which is something that's pretty unique.
Cole Yanako is a running back and linebacker. He and Jacob met while playing football and baseball when they were 12. They are equally as talented on the diamond. They're both committed to playing baseball at Merrimack College next year. And last season, they helped lead the Astros to their first D1 title in 36 years.
It was awesome. We haven't brought home a title for baseball since '86, so being able to do that was just a unique thing because it hasn't been done in so long, so it was awesome.
Both clearly skilled athletes, but who's more gifted?
Jacob, 100%.
We're both athletes in our own ways. I got a speed factor, he's got a power factor.
Cole and Jacob hope that combination will lead to a championship in football and another title in baseball.
And by the way, if the last name Yanako sounds familiar, it's because Cole's dad, Jay, was a high school baseball star at Pinkerton back in the day. He had a scholarship to Miami, but turned pro instead after being drafted in the 3rd round by the Red Sox in 1995. In his 8-year career, Jay made it as far as AAA baseball with 3 different teams: Pawtucket, Syracuse, and Memphis. All right, let's talk about the quarterback position. We always want to know who's leading the huddle out there on the field. We caught up with 2 of New Hampshire's top QBs, one a senior and the other a sophomore. Jonathan was just talking about this guy. Bishop Girton's Matthew Sanasuaso is one of the best running threats in the state. He rushed for 1,301 yards and 15 touchdowns, while also finishing second on the team with 60 tackles. The senior combined for almost 2,000 total yards and 19 touchdowns. He has a 3.4 GPA and is getting looks from the likes of UNH, Marist College, and Central Connecticut State. He's looking to step it up this season. The Cardinals lost to Salem in the first round of last year's D1 playoffs.
I was working with my trainer, Ben Brownsberger, in Londonderry, and I've just been going to him for a while. And then also I've been seeing Trevor Knight, the quarterback coach, and then just working out by myself too. We're gonna look great. We're gonna look good. We have a lot of seniors this upcoming year, and we should be good.
All right, sticking with the quarterbacks, the next player you're about to learn more about was one of those names we got used to saying every Friday night. Big play after big play, and we expect even more of these for the 2022 season. He is a must-see player regardless of position. Jonathan Marshall shows us the bright future for this young man at Souhegan High School.
We knew he was going to be special, just maybe not that early.
Special is one way to describe the season Souhegan's Romy Jane had in 2021. Put the state on notice in Game 1, tossing 6 touchdowns. Jane finished his All-State campaign with almost 30 TDs. And I mentioned he was a freshman. It's year 2. Jane is locked in for more.
Just make sure we're getting better, like for myself. I just want to be winning games. That's what I'm most worried about right now.
Jane says he's watching more film, is stronger and more confident entering sophomore year.
Whether it was getting in the weight room or working with my trainer, Trevor Knight, I'd say like every day I was trying to get better.
We can just ask him really quick, what are your reads on this? What's your progression? He's boom, 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 boom. He's like, and we're giving him more autonomy in terms of being able to call certain things in our offense.
Jane being one of the top QB prospects in the state may be hard to imagine if you saw him just a few years ago.
I used to be like more a chunky kid, so like I always just like I was always physical, so I always like wherever coach put me, I'd do the best I can. So I even played center.
Jane's older brother was a QB, so the transition in the 8th grade was natural. Defenses are well aware of Jane's arm talents. They better be ready for another added dimension.
I was a little more scared to run the ball, get a steer to hit, but that's why like putting on the sides and getting faster was a big thing for me this year. So I definitely want to expect running the ball more this year than I was last year.
For a prospect like Jane, it's easy to think about the future. Based off his trajectory, college ball is probably in his future.
He's a scholarship football player. What level is that? Is that BCS? Is that FCS? I'm not quite sure yet. But he's been in conversations with some high level programs, and it's all part of the journey, the whole recruiting game.
I just want to focus on winning a ring with my boys this year, just winning games, because we have a really good team this year, and then who knows the next couple years.
Coming up next, Jamie Staten joins us live to talk about New Hampshire Tackles Hunger and show how you can get involved to help New Hampshire families in need. Plus, the Patriots playing their final preseason game tonight on WMUR. We will preview their game with the Las Vegas Raiders.
This is the Okay, welcome back to our Friday night football kickoff special right here on the Riley King Network. We're going to talk about next the 10th annual campaign, New Hampshire Tackles Hunger. Let's take a look at that. But first, let's go over to Gill Stadium right now and take a look at that.
We'll have collection sites at one of their games this season. All the food that's donated stays in those local communities, helping families in that community. It all goes to the local food pantries. We decided to visit 2 of those pantries.
Thank you.
One of the biggest New Hampshire Tackles Hunger food sites and liveliest is Stellos Stadium for the rivalry game, Nashua South against Nashua North. And they don't just collect food donations for their community, they collect food for their school community. Titan Pantry, located inside North High School, plays an important role.
We just got a new freezer.
They pack up 265 meals per month for the families of North students. They provide Thanksgiving and Christmas meals to the families of 50 students. The shelves are emptied after each school year, and then New Hampshire Tackles Hunger fills them up in September.
So that piece really kicks off our year. It lets us fill the shelves and know that we're going to be able to start providing meals for our students and families right away. It's pounds and pounds of food, cans and cans of food, lots of snacks, which are really important to our students as well.
In the capital city, the Friendly Kitchen is a huge operation, serving about 45,000 meals per year. Donations are down, so New Hampshire Tackles Hunger will help fill these shelves. They are partnered with Concord High School.
And that is a good supply for us, for our shelves, for the winter months. It's huge. It's tremendous. And the kids are great. The kids, pack it, load it. do whatever we need them to do. They're excited about it.
The Friendly Kitchen is one of more than 400 partner agencies of the New Hampshire Food Bank. Nearly 15 million meals were provided to the local pantries last year. New Hampshire Tackles Hunger helps to raise awareness about food insecurity statewide.
The fact that, all these high school kids are getting involved, learning about food insecurity in their communities, helping to spread the word, get food, get financial resources, it's great.
And let's hope this is a huge year with everything going on with the economy right now and inflation. More New Hampshire families need food than ever before. So let's make it a huge year of New Hampshire Tackles Hunger. Now, we're off to a good start because this afternoon, Dead River Company presented a $10,000 check to the New Hampshire Food Bank to be used for New Hampshire Tackles Hunger. Mike Cronin was there, Dead River there, New Hampshire Food Bank there. $10,000 they donate. It goes towards gift certificates to grocery stores, and each football team gets one for students to go shopping and participate in the program. One of the great things about this program, the students learn all about giving back to their community. Speaking of giving back, let's give it back to Mike. Hey, Mike.
All right, Jamie, love it. Thank you very much. When we come back, we will preview the Patriots and the Raiders. Coming up.
Okay, welcome back to Friday Night Football Kickoff Special right here on the Riley King Network. Right now, we're going to switch a little gears and take a look at the Patriots and Raiders game. That is at 8:15 on WMUR TV. Let's take a look. Right now, a little preview.
So all training camp for them.
We're just building, man. This is a process. This is what training camp's for. It's for those tough times. It's for days like this when it's hot. We're going against a good football team. And you just got to go out there and compete, man. I mean, there's going to be ups and downs. You're going to learn a lot. But this is why we're here, man. This is what we're here to do, and we're here to get better. So, this is good for us.
We got time to just keep on grinding, and we'll grind to the last hour because that's what it takes to become, the final product. So I think we're doing the right thing by just putting in great effort and getting better. And when we put it on tape, we grow from it.
All right, thanks so much for joining us for our Friday Night Football Kickoff Special. News 9 at 7:30 starts right now.
Okay, that does it for this Friday Night Football Special right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening, and this next Friday on September 2nd, 2022, the Riley King Network is planning to be at the Concord versus Londonderry game under the lights at 7 p.m. for their Friday night football game. Concord versus Londonderry at Memorial Field in Concord, New Hampshire. That is our plan for this coming Friday, September 2nd. Next Friday. So be sure to keep an eye for that coverage next Friday. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening and good night. Bye.